Hey, it's Michael Saul, but everybody calls me Tiny. This video is Overshot, the measured move, plus the conference championship picks. This is stock market analysis for the week of January 21st, 2019. If you would like to receive intra-week updates, go to www.attackthemarkets.com. Put in your first name, your best email address, follow directions, and you'll be on the distribution list. Facebook group, facebook.com/groups/attackthemarkets. If you like what you're hearing on this video, give me a thumbs up and leave a comment so I move up the ranks in YouTube. And if you never want to miss a video when one is uploaded, hit the subscribe button and smash the bell, and you will be notified when a new video is uploaded. And don't worry, I don't do football picks every week, but I will be doing them this week as well as the Super Bowl in 2 weeks. Oh, great. I bet you just can't wait. Okay, so this week is a short week because we have Martin Luther King Day on Monday, so it's only 4 days this week. Let's take a look at what the market has been doing. So here is the S&P 500, and it got over its 50-day moving average. That's the blue line here. And if you look at the measured move that I had written in a few weeks ago, we have overshot that at this point. Does that mean that I am off my correction mode here? No. I still believe we are in a correction of the short-term trend, which is down, started in October. And I got a great email this week. Somebody had asked me, they had said, hey, when I think of correction, I think of down. You're calling it correction even though we're bouncing. Well, what I'm talking about is correcting the short-term trend, right? If you want to look at the major trend, I guess we're still up, right? That's how you want to, I don't know if I even say guess. I don't know why I said that. If you're looking at the major trend, going back years and years and years, we're still up, okay? But the short-term trend starting in October, or the new primary trend, I guess you could call it, however you want to classify it, okay, that's down. We've been moving down since October. So to correct that move, we would be on a bounce, and that's what we're doing now. And I still believe we are correcting here. So where will we potentially stop? Well, on the S&P 500, I drew in these horizontal lines here, so you can see that we are back inside this wide range that's set up from October back down to back up to December, the beginning of December / late November, and we are back inside that range. We have the 200-day moving average up above in the mid-2700s, and then we have the high of the range up in the low 2800s. So those are levels that I will be watching for a potential ceiling. Again, I am not looking for exact numbers to just jump in on the short side. I am looking for patterns, whether it's a one-day candlestick pattern, a multi-day pattern, or even a multi-week pattern. Maybe a reversal takes a while. Okay, I don't know, but I am still looking for us to go down and at least test those lows, if not take them out. Okay, I do not think the low of this move is in just yet. Does that mean that I'm not going to take any long side trades? Of course not. But I can't get biased on the long side, my personal rules. Okay, you do whatever rules that fit you until we get over the 200-day moving average. Once we're over the 200-day moving average, I could very easily change. Then maybe I'm looking for only long side trades. But right now, I am looking for this correction to fade, and I'm waiting for a pattern to lean against. Maybe I'm just being obtuse here, and I'm not seeing it for what it is, which is we capitulated, the lows in, and now we're just going to rally to new highs. I don't see it right now. Get over the 200-day moving average, and I could change. As a trader, hey, that's my right, and it should be your right as well. You should be able to change on a dime. No need to get really dug in on something if the evidence is pointing the other way. All right, so that's the S&P 500. If we look at the NASDAQ also exceeded its measured move, but you see here I also drew in an angled line, and that angled line may come in as potential resistance as well. That's up at 6,900, then you got the 200-day up there at just over 7,000. Finally, you have the Russell. Now, the Russell really didn't have that dipsy-do like the other two indexes I showed, which we could attach the wave to get the measured move, but it does have an angled line coming right up around 1,500, and then you got the 200-day about 90 points above that. So again, to recap, I am looking for this correction to eventually fade. The market is climbing a wall of uncertainty here. I don't know if it's really worry, because the trade war talk seems to be favoring something actually being worked out here more than just the stance of, hey, that's it, we're not doing anything here. So not really the wall of worry there. I mean, there is still the government shutdown. I got some emails about bringing politics into the video. Hey, tough noogies. That's the way I am. I do not like this government shutdown. I think that it's hurting a lot of people financially as well as psychologically. Okay, and I'm talking about just the government workers. Their back pay has been approved. That's great. Okay, it doesn't solve everything because they're still going without funds now. And, of course, they'll have the tax implications that they'll have to rework and get back at the end, whatever it is. But I'm also talking about the civilian employees that are employed by the government. They're not getting back pay. And so what have they been doing for the past month or whatever? So, it's horrible. And I'm not for the shutdown. For those of you who have watched my videos, you know that I am pro-Trump. I just don't like, and I do feel that he is at least partially, he takes the I don't know if it's the credit, but he takes the blame for the shutdown anyway. But, I hope this is settled sooner rather than later. I know there is a press conference due out at 3 o'clock today. I'm recording this on Saturday, the 19th, and they're going to talk about some concessions that the president is making for the Democrats. Hopefully they'll get the government workers back to work. Okay, anyway, so again, I'm thinking that just because the market is climbing up this wall of uncertainty doesn't mean it's just going to rip higher once the government shutdown ends or once the trade talks are gone. I mean, there's also a lot of talk about President Trump being a Russian spy, which I just think is hysterical. But again, it is what it is, and it's just amazing what the media will spin. Anyway, so I am looking for this to, like I said, to eventually fade out, perhaps get a reversal pattern in there, and then move lower. I am not for picking the top, just like I'm not for picking the bottom. I would rather see my analysis confirmed before I'm jumping in and putting money to risk. You, of course, can do whatever you want. It's your money. Okay, questions? Tiny@attackthemarkets.com. Now it's time for the conference championship football picks. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, so here we go. For those of you who have been following me for years, you know how horrendous I am at picking the Super Bowl. So this year I decided to not only give my Super Bowl pick, but I'm also going to start with the conference championships. Thank goodness I do not bet sports any longer. I used to love it, but I think losing for all that time, it kind of really starts to stack up. So anyway, I am all for gambling if you're in control with it. Sometimes I would get out of control with it. I mean, I guess trading is not a real good substitute, but I have friends who have been gambling now for, I don't know, 35 years or whatever it is, and they're completely in control the whole time. So just pretty amazing to me. But anyway, enough about that. Get off my soapbox. Let's give you the conference championship picks. I am a Patriots fan. I really think that Belichick and Brady are both the greatest of all time, greatest quarterback as well as the greatest coach. I also like Reed a lot, even though he hasn't had a great record in the playoffs. But I think the Chiefs think it's their year. I think Mahomes is just a freak of nature, and I am going with the Chiefs. I don't care about point spreads, so I am going with the Chiefs winning. New England has to travel there, and yes, I do believe they will be prepared. I do believe Belichick will have a great game plan, but just like they lost at Denver a few years ago, I believe they will be losing at KC this week. So I am going with the Chiefs. For the New Orleans game, I think there are some issues with Breeze's arm that I think are not public. I think it's the Rams' year, and I think the Rams are going to get in this year, so I am going with the Rams and the Chiefs. We'll see how I do. I certainly will not shy upon I will not hide if I lose, but if I win, I will be bragging. Okay, so just be prepared for it in next week's video, but we'll see. All right, based on my track record, and maybe I'm subconsciously rooting for the Patriots, so I picked the Chiefs just so the Patriots will win. I don't know. But anyway, those are my picks. No point spreads. Of course, with the Rams, you don't need them because they're getting points, so them winning outright. The Chiefs, I just think they're going to win. And that's it. Any questions, or if you'd like to argue with me about this, you can leave a comment, or, of course, email me again, tiny@attackthemarkets.com. Sign up for the intra-week distribution list. Even though it's a 4-day week, I am going to be sending some updates this week. So get on the list now. It is free to join. That's it. I will talk to you in next week's video or during the week.